Good morning, afternoon, good evening and good night to wherever you are in the world. Thank you for checking out the channel. My name's Darkstar and this episode is part of the Beginner's Guide series. Today we're talking about troops. Now I'm going to go to barracks and there we go. Right. So, when we play Mythwars, you take 5 heroes into battle and each hero can be equipped with an artifact or a troop. And these add to your hero's abilities during gameplay. Troops are an essential part, I think, to having an edge in battle over the defense team. What I mean by this is that each troop adds an attack and a defense bonus to the hero in battle, as well as other bonuses depending on what troop you choose. Now, as always with Mythwars, the game randomly gives you troops. You get no choice what you get during the summons, and I didn't get any 4 stars in the first 2 years of playing the game. I only in the last 3 years have been getting 4 stars in the abundance that you see. So the amount of resources it takes to level up troops is insane, and there's no reset button like with the emblems, so there's no way of changing when you're getting back. So it is very important which troops you put the effort into leveling up. It's you won't be able to get the food back. You won't be able to get the troops at 1 stars, 2 stars, 3 stars back. So there is much debate in the community about what's best and which ones to use. I can only voice my opinion, which is heavily one-sided. So I'm going to point that out to you beforehand. But I want to try and explain my thought process into why, so you understand my concept of why I choose one specific way of going, which you can see by my troop selections I've got. Okay, so up on the screen now, I'm going to flash you up all the pictures of fully leveled troops. But to get started, 4-star troops are your main troops. If you're going to be competitive and you want to play Mythwars, 4 stars are the ones you need to get. They are very hard to get and it takes a long time, but when you do get them, they come in abundance, as you will see shortly. So as you can see on the screen now, the crit troop allows you to have an increased chance for double damage. Hence why we call it or nickname it the crit troop, because it has the critical chance option. The ones that are going to be shown up now, you get during the clock tower event. I call them tower troops, but they are also called Babylon troops. And they are known as a bypass troop, or, well, again, I call them a tower troop. They give your hero a chance to bypass any defense buffs. And the ones that I choose are nicknamed mana troops because they have a increased speed of mana recovery bonus. This is permanent and not a chance. And that's the reason why I only choose mana troops. As mentioned a lot in all my episodes, we live and die by our mana in gameplay. The faster the mana goes up, the faster our specials are able to go off, and the faster we're able to do special combos and defeat the defending team. Anything that increases mana speed is a plus in my eyes or in my book, and mana troops offer the highest percent in the game. Even 5-star artifacts only offer 5%. Emblems, talent paths, I believe, offers singly 4%. A level 23 mana troop gives you 13% mana bonus. No critical or Babylon troop will offer this much value. That does not mean that they don't have a place in the game. They certainly do, but I personally don't. Now I have, if you look here, kept some because they still have a place in the game, especially when I first started off. I didn't have any, like I said, I didn't have any mana troops, but I did manage to pull some critical troops. And even an unleveled critical troop is better than a 3-star. So I'll give you an example here. If I bring up Dark Prophets, level 1 has 13% attack and 16% defense. If I go down to the 3-star, the attack is the same, but the defense is 8%. And with a critical chance of 4%. See the difference? Now if I decided to go for a tower troop, the attack is 23 and the shield is 10%. If I go down to a 3-star red, the attack is 13%, that's 10% less than what you get. Level 1 crit troops, level 1 tower troops, you can feed them away, but I choose not to, as you don't know what's going to happen in the game or what updates or new options are going to come. The Hunters Guild and Alchemy Lab have been added. There's not to say there could be in the future a new building which, dare I say it, allows you to train level 4 troops like you can train training camp with the level 5 heroes. There could be an option where you could swap troops for other troops for a certain amount of food and ham. We don't know what's going to happen in the game. So I'm keeping all the 4-stars that I gather from summoning portals, as you'll never know what's going to happen. But in terms of what I do to train, I only level up mana troops. So like I said, when I first started, I only had 3-star troops, and I didn't even bother feeding any of them with any level 1s or level 2s, because I knew in the long term it wasn't going to be worth it, because it would be a waste of feeders. Again, this is my personal opinion, but honestly, it's better not to. And then when you finally get a 4-star, you can look into it. Now, like I said, I only had 3 stars. I managed to get some critical troops from pulls. But again, I just left them at level 1. When I finally did get my first mana troop, which, believe me, I was over the moon when I did, I had enough 1-stars, 2-stars, 3-stars piled up in the resources. As you can see, this is all from my Valhalla farming, which I've done a recent episode. If you haven't seen that, please check that out on the channel. I had enough troops to feed straight into that mana troop, and it took me 3 weeks of non-stop playing and food, concentrating only on that mana troop, and I managed to get that up to level 17. I was very happy. The amount of food it takes to train troops is insane, and we'll come to that later in the episode. Now, my tip or advice for this episode, if this is the only tip you take from this episode, only use your troop coins during the clock tower event. Here we go. So, there are no exceptions to this. Again, it's my opinion, but please, if this is the only tip you take, only use the troop coins you gather during the month in the clock tower event. And the reason why is that the normal troop summoning portable, the chances of getting a epic classic troop is ridiculously low. It's something like 1.7% of getting a 4-star. While during the clock tower event, an epic classic troop, you have 10% chance of getting one, as well as the epic troop choice is available. So you have 3 possible chances of summoning 3 types of 4-star troops. please take this advice. So I have pre-recorded this summoning video I've done for this month's summoning with the clock tower, and as you can see, fair to say, I was very happy. But I'm very happy to get my 4th Holy Mana, which I'll be training up very soon. The percentage is much higher during this event, as you can see, so please keep any troop coins and save them for the clock tower event. Okay, so let's talk about stats. All troops at max level is level 30, and having the mana troops at certain levels are more beneficial than others. On the screen now, if you want to take a screenshot, is a chart that I've been using for the last 4 years that I found on the internet. I don't know who made this, but I'm really appreciated, and if I can put a shout out to you, if you let me know in the comments, I will make sure to put a shout out to you in the later episodes. It gives you the percentages of what or how many tiles you need to go off at certain levels for certain speeds. Now there's 5 different speeds, as you're well aware. With the heroes, you've got very fast, average speed, slow, and very slow. And as you can see, these are the tiles they need to go off before you add any mana troops to them. Once you add the mana troops to them, the percentage here shows you what levels it changes to allow you to do less tiles to get their specials off. Now, just to give you an example, as you can see, the average speed heroes and the very slow heroes benefit greatly from the increase of these, as average speed have 10 tiles, meaning that you need 4 matches for their special to go off. Once you get them to level 23 with 13%, you only need 9 tiles to send them off, which is 3 matches. With very slow, even by just equipping the hero with a mana troop, you've already increased it. 13.5 tiles, you need 5 matches. By equipping the mana troop, you only need 4 matches. Once you get them to level 23, as you can see, you only need 12 tiles, which is 3 matches, and that's brilliant for a very slow hero. So they greatly benefit from the mana troops, as do the average heroes. Okay, so at certain levels, as you can see, they benefit, and well, all the other levels from 1 all the way up to level 30, the attack, the defense, and the other special abilities do go up, but it's only at these specific levels of level 5, 11, 17, 23, and 29 that you get a benefit. So it's better to try and get the mana troops to these certain levels. It's the same with crit troops. You get them at different levels for their crit ability go up, as well as the tower troops. But again, I'm personally all about mana, as I don't see any point wasting the feeders that you can use potentially to put into mana troops at a later date. Now, I already made a strategy beforehand, as it took a long time before I did get a mana troop, of how I would go about when I did get a mana troop. And I decided that for each troop, I'm going to go to level 23, as it's a ridiculous amount of food put into them, and it takes considerably a long time to get from level 23 to level 29. The benefits are there, and I believe maybe somewhere in the far, 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 far future, I will level them up. But I've decided that I'm not going to level any troops past level 23 until I have 5 of every single colour, or 5 mana troops of every single colour, and all 5 troops at level 23 before I even attempt that colossal challenge. Okay, there are benefits of having multiple heroes with multiple troops, depending on what type of team that you play. But it's important that if you have 2 mana troops, or 3, 4, 5, it's best to level them up together rather than one at a time. What I mean by this is, once you have 1 to level 5, train the next one to level 5. Once you've got 2, do the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th. If you have done, when you've done that, train them up to level 6, do them all. Then do level 7, do them all. Then level 8, so on and so forth. It may sound silly, and you may not get the benefits for a long time, but during the battle, if you have 2 dark heroes with 2 mana troops, 1 at level 17 and say 1 at level 7 because you've just started, once you've made that tile match, it's random which hero's troop goes up. You don't get a choice, it's randomly picked. So you could make 5 straight matches, and it could all be the level 7 troop that goes up. If you have all the troops at the same level, then it doesn't matter what troop that goes up, because you get the same benefits of the same level that troop is. So it's better to coordinate your gameplay and efforts around that. This is what I've been doing for the last 4 years, and it's a strategy I've been keeping to, where it doesn't matter if I've only had 1, 2 or 3, I train them all up to that specific level. At this moment in time, it's level 17. That is my target for all my mana troops, and I'm not going to level up any to level 23 until I've got all them at level 17. Once I've got 5 of each colour, I then do it. If I don't get a mana troop for a long time, which it has been for a while until 2 days ago, I will keep storing all the feeders. As you can see, I've used some of these, but as you can see with the yellows, it's been a long time. I'll go down to the 1 stars. It's been a long time since I've had another mana 4-star holy troop, and I've got all these stored up ready now. Oh, gone off. To go into my latest edition. This was my strategy, and I am still sticking to it, but a benefit for myself and now every single player in the game, the strategy stays the same. I'm going to be leveling up all the mana troops to level 17 with 1 stars, 2 stars and 3 stars. But with the new addition to the game of XP training quests that gives you hero trainers and troop trainers, as you just saw, the amount of experience these trainer heroes give increase the troops dramatically. As you can see, I've already got a level 23 mana troop, and that is from saving up all these trainer troops from 5 XP special training quests. He was a level 17, and I managed to level him up using 5 quests worth of trainer troops. Yeah, that's blown my mind, in all honesty, because now I have an additional way of being able to level up all my 17 mana troops quickly. Well, I say quickly, it's still going to take some time, but I've got another way of feeding them rather than using the 1 stars, 2 stars and 3 stars. So I will continue to do my strategy of using 1 stars, 2 stars and 3 stars to feed all my mana troops up to level 17. And then I'm using only the troop trainers to level up a 17, one at a time. As you can see, I'll do a purple next, I'll do a blue next, and then a green. So I'll have a rainbow team of level 23s. And then I'm going to work on each of all the other ones I've got. Especially for free-to-play or cheap-to-play players, this will... It's not a life-changing, but it's definitely game-changing. It's, at least in my opinion. I definitely recommend 4-star mana troops. I wouldn't waste it in anything else, but that, again, this is my opinion. But I hope what I've shown you will benefit you in your choices going forward. That you can level up 3 stars if you really want to, if you haven't had any 4 stars for a long time. But if you're going to take any advice from me, I'm not going to bother leveling any 3 stars until I have 25 4-star mana troops all at level 23. And that probably will never happen. But that, if that gives you an idea, keep all the feeder troops for mana troops. Again, that's my personal opinion. I hope anything in this episode helped. If it does, please leave a comment and subscribe. Until then, may the tiles be forever on your side. Goodbye for now.